Did you have a nice breakfast? Wow, Mommy's milk really turned a different color, huh?
This is the day that you've been waiting for, sweetie.
What, to go dome?
We're going dome, baby.
No.
What's up, you guys? Welcome back to Lola's farm. It's a brutal day today. We're getting 50-mile-an-hour winds. It is ripping, it's rainy and misty, but nothing's gonna stop us today. We are getting this wood fire pizza oven. Not done, but we're gonna make a good amount of progress on it. I'm starting to get it pretty round. There is something I need to do first. Now that I have the pizza oven here and can kind of see how everything's going, I want to extend this countertop out a little bit to about here. This line right here and this line right here is where the door is gonna go. There's gonna be an arch that goes right here, and it'd just be a lot better if this countertop came all the way out here.
And Sadie is currently up at Adriana's daycare for the next 2 hours, getting her Spanish lessons in. And Jordan and I are baby free for a little bit to get as much done as we possibly can. I thought you were gonna say something.
I had nothing to say.
Oh, all right. I just want to let you guys know real quick that today's video is sponsored by our amigos over at Athletic Greens, and they are actually offering an amazing deal right now that if you click the link in our description box below, you can get their AG1 immunity bundle for free. But we'll tell you guys a little bit more about them later on in this video.
This is just some special paint, so the two pours of concrete bond together. So when we pour this will just be kind of like one cohesive piece of concrete.
It's so funny because Adriana is literally, she's about 200 feet away. But I genuinely am like looking forward to her bringing Sadie back. Even though it does feel nice to be hands-free and doing construction together, but I do genuinely miss her, and I get so excited when she does bring her back. But it's so funny because even though she's only gone for like 2 hours, every single day Adriana sends me photos of what they're doing, whether they're walking around the lands, looking at flowers, playing in the bus. She always sends me photos every day.
We're just waiting for the paint to dry, so while we do that, we're trying to stay productive. And we need to work on this arch next. We need to work on the door. So we're gonna have to build a form that the bricks can sit on, because the bricks up here, they'll just fall. So we need to build like a wood form that all the bricks are gonna sit on. So we're just trying to figure out the height that we want it to be.
So let's try to visualize, like, you know, we're baking the pizza, we got our little, you know, wooden thing, we're sliding it in.
16 inches.
16? Really? That high, huh?
Did you have a good time?
Here we go again with the two amigos. Is that your friend, baby? I can't tell if Raj wants to be near her or he just wants to lay on this foam board.
You like or no like?
I think I like.
So good.
I think I really, really like.
All right, let's nail these things together.
You want a little bit of banana? What's this? Go ahead.
Does that mean she's excited?
I think she's excited.
We kind of need to take the rest of the day to let this concrete dry, unfortunately. I really want to get going on the archway, start to see this thing really take shape, but it's just not going to happen today. So what we can at least do is just prep so tomorrow we can start working on not only the archway, but the dome as well. So we need to install a stick on a swivel like this that's going to go in the center of the wood oven. I'm going to take this wheel off now and kind of try to explain a little bit better as we go. So the stick's going to go in the middle, and it's going to help us set the angle because we know the brick needs to go like that so it's flush. But what's very important is that this stick is anchored in the center of the oven. So now we need to find the middle.
This device right here is something that we should have had a long time ago. This thing comes in handy so much, even in simple projects, like building a pizza oven. I should not call this project a simple project. This is not a simple project at all.
Don't tie it up. Okay.
So this piece of wood that we had set down to put this piece that we're going to be using to make the dome shape. We've literally been sitting here for like a half hour trying to figure out, okay, so how are we going to get this piece out? Because it's like so tight in there. And then once we have the actual dome part, it's going to be really tricky to kind of maneuver it out. Kake all of a sudden goes, I have the answer. That's gonna be our first piece of wood that we're gonna burn in the brick oven.
Brilliant.
Makes sense.
I really want to keep going here, but I think we should stop. Like, we have everything ready to go, but we really should leave this to dry for as long as we possibly can. I'm gonna want tomorrow, I'm gonna want to just like go after it, but when this dries, you can already see when concrete dries, it shrinks. So if we put bricks on top of this, it's kind of just not, it's gonna mess it all up. So I'm gonna just walk away from this. Just a reminder. What's up, Arturo?
Hola, amigos.
Like the roasting area.
Yeah, but we were gonna have it like turned down.
Once the sun sets and we're done with work for the day, we come in the workshop and kind of just keep going. We're working on opening up a coffee roastery in Stowe, Vermont, back in the United States. The coffee bar is 17.16 feet long. For those of you guys that are new around here, we've been working on this for a while now. I would like to go to these farms. The one in Guatemala, the one in Costa Rica, and the one in Colombia. And we have a whole crew of people that are helping us work on this. We have 2 general managers. We have our 2 landlords who are also part of the business. We have Arturo. We have an amazing team. But we're all kind of being a part of this from different parts of the world. But we're all working together to make this thing a reality.
So every single week we hop on a Zoom call and we go through all of the details. We lay out everything that needs to be done before October 1st. We have a very, very, very long checklist.
Right now we're working on the design of the space and like laying everything out. So I'll show you guys a little bit of what the interior looks like. This little design that we've been working on so you can get a little look before you see it in real life on October 1st when we go back to the States and
open this damn roastery.
We got some coffee business to settle before we get started on work for the day. We're driving down to town, heading down to the coffee lab. We got a really big decision to make today. If you guys don't know, this is our car. We bought this car for like I don't know, like $4,000 about a year ago now.
Look at it, all its glory, huh, honey?
And then we looked underneath it and there were no rear brakes. There's only brakes in the front. And that wasn't something I checked when we bought it. We'll have you again soon, Blue Goose. That's her name, by the way, it's Blue Goose.
Hey, bro, what's going on?
Mr. Coffee. So scary.
Oh, you're scary little girl.
Welcome to the coffee lab for those of you guys who haven't been here before. This is where we roast all of our coffee. And by we, I really mean Arturo roasts all of our coffee.
And my son.
And today we're meeting with some coffee producers actually from Costa Rica, which is a country that we've never done business with before. And we're scoping out some coffee because we're getting ready to open up our roastery in the United States. And we need to diversify a little bit. Is that number 7?
Yes, number 7.
I was 7 and 8 were like mine. There's a few that we like, but we're just got to get the amount right. Some there's only 500 pounds of, some there's 1,000 pounds of, and we need to buy about 4,000 pounds of coffee from Costa Rica before our grand opening. Just finished up the cupping. Good to make some connections with some people from Costa Rica. We're trying to kind of diversify ourselves a little bit. Sometimes the harvest in Panama isn't that good, so it's good to build connections in other countries. And also, Panama is one of the smallest coffee producing countries in the world, and it's one of the most expensive. So we're trying to get a good variety of different coffees at different price ranges, so it kind of fits everyone's needs and what everyone's looking for.
You are so loved. We got a freaking brick pizza oven to build, so it's time to head back up to the land and get back to work, baby. As a lot of you guys know, we have been drinking Athletic Greens AG1 for a couple years now, so you should probably know by now, we absolutely love this stuff. When Athletic Greens reached out to us a few years back asking to sponsor our videos, and I started researching into the company, I was so shocked with how much stuff was in this one drink. There's 75 vitamins, minerals, and whole food sourced ingredients that range from chlorella to spirulina. There's prebiotics, probiotics, there's ashwagandha. There's so much goodness in this one drink. And I actually used Athletic Greens AG1 as my prenatal vitamin when I was pregnant with Sadie. And now, especially that I'm nursing, I'm trying to eat as healthy as can be. But sometimes it's hard. It's hard to eat healthy in every meal, every single day. I was right.
What were you right about?
First of all, you're getting some more grace.
No, I'm not.
Yeah, you are.
It's because I got these 2 girls that are driving me nuts around now.
3 with Lola girl. This is definitely one of those projects where in the beginning when we're first starting out, we're like, oh yeah, we're crushing it. We did the base in just a few days. Now, it's definitely a lot more slow going, but we're really enjoying this project. Like, I mean, I'm not really doing much right now because I got the Sade, but I'm really enjoying watching my love build me a pizza oven. We're gonna swap, I'm gonna get in there soon. But we're now getting to the part where we're putting the brick down to get ready for, what would you call this, the entranceway of the brick oven pizza?
Maybe the door?
I keep saying brick oven pizza, it's brick pizza oven.
Yes, 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 yes. Man, it's looking good. That was freaking hard for some reason. Just getting all these angles, getting all these cuts right on the curve. It was just such a pain in the butt, and my mortar was a little bit too watery, and I'm like running low. And tomorrow the hardware store's closed, so I'm like just trying to hang on to it so I can keep going tomorrow. But it came out good. I'm super excited about it.
I don't think so, sweetie. If she was on my back, I would.
All right, I'm gonna be your feeder, and you're gonna chop, all right?
Okay.
You're just gonna keep chopping, and I'm gonna keep feeding.
It's so easy to do
Nice,
it, huh?
nice sharp axe.
This is fun, honey.
It's that time of the day to make myself an AG1. We've been drinking this stuff for over 2 years now, and this is always my afternoon drink. I used to drink juice. Apple juice was my go-to, and then I'd have a sugar crash after. It just gives me the nutrition I need to keep me going. It also tastes really good too.
Come on, babies. Almost there. Here we go. No, no! No, no! That's our lemon tree, silly.
Here we go.
Wait, who's that?
You know who's that?
What are you doing, bro?
I'm walking towards
You're gonna
the
go
light.
blind, dude. There's no way that's good for your eyes.
We just finished watching the second Matrix. We've been having a marathon.
It's time
and
for number 3 now.
It's been taking us so dang long to watch this marathon. We still have the third one to watch, and then we can finally watch the new one that just came
Keep
out.
it going, baby.
Hasta mañana.
Here's what I'm thinking. We take the door that we built,
Yep.
we put it about here. The first row of blocks, we just have like half of an inch inward a little bit.
I say okay.
And then the second row of blocks, we have it all the way on the outside. So the inner blocks will allow us to put a door. If they're like just this way a little bit, we could set that door right in there.
Yeah.
I think we're gonna make it
More
more.
complications? Honey, why you keep doing this?
But look how good it looks, honey. It's
I know, it is looking really good. It is looking really good. Sade was just getting a little loudmouth over here.
She's teething, so she's in a little bit of pain right now.
And one thing we have come to find that she absolutely loves is smoothie bowls.
Especially when they're really cold. It's official. We're going dome.
This is the moment I have been waiting for.
The idea is we're gonna put the brick like this, and then this is gonna help us with setting the angle. Today is Sunday, which is usually a day that I would do a lot of work on my own. Kake has the day off, Rodrigo's usually chilling, Iberto and Enrique aren't here, Adriana usually chills a lot of the day too, and it's just a day for me to just like do a lot of stuff on my own. Put my headphones in, just jam out, and just almost like, I don't know, I'm kind of like an introvert sometimes, and I just need like a day to just like go in my head. And recently on Sundays, that's kind of what I've been doing, and I've really been loving it. It's like rejuvenating for me mentally. I don't know if that's what an introvert is, but that's just what I'm gonna chalk it up to, is just, it's almost like a mental health day to just like be by myself.
Ready? So unfortunately, it's one of those days where the wind is just so strong that it kind of just blasts you in the face with the sand and the dirt and all the debris from the ground. So Sadie and I are taking cover inside.
This is the last one of the day. I really want to keep going. I feel like I'm like in a rhythm here.
I know.
I feel like I got a hang of it. This stuff is freaking hard. The what do you call it again? Refractory cement. The refractory cement dries in minutes, but takes days to get really strong. So you put it down, and the amount of time you have to work with it is so little, but then it's really not that strong yet, and you kinda gotta be really careful with it. It's definitely been a challenge, but I feel like I'm just starting to get the hang of it. And I really wanna keep going, but I've run out of cement, so.
And it's Sunday, and the hardware store is closed on Sundays here, so. We're getting there. It's really coming along. You can start to see the dome effect. We're just gonna keep working our way up. The part that I'm definitely questioning and wondering how that's gonna go down is once we start getting to the top.
We'll figure that out when we get there.
I feel like that's gonna be really tricky. We're just not gonna think about it. We're just gonna keep going. Once we get there, we'll figure it out.
Here's a look at the progress without this door in the way. And it's looking really good. You know, I watched a lot of people do this. I watched different techniques on YouTube and just trying to see what the best way and what different techniques I wanted to take from everyone was. And there was one thing that when everyone laid these bricks, the mortar that they put in between, the refractory cement, always just looks like a mess. And I was like, when I do it, I'm gonna make my refractory cement look really nice. It doesn't really matter because this is all gonna be covered up anyway, but just out of principle. It's like, I'm gonna work with that refractory cement so nice. Now that I've worked with it, and now that I've like seen how it works, my refractory cement is also a mess. I need to fill all these cracks still, I just don't have enough. That's just part of working with this stuff. There's no way to do it and make it nice in the beginning. You gotta kind of just clean it up once it all dries.
So I'm just finishing the night off with a couple drops of vitamin D3 and K2. This stuff is amazing for immune support, and especially on days that I don't get a lot of sun, when I don't spend the whole day outside. But I just want to give a big shout out and a thank you to Athletic Greens for sponsoring today's video. And if you guys are interested in trying them out, then you can click the link in the description box below. You can get their immunity bundle, which comes with a 1-year supply of their vitamin D3 and 5 free travel packs with your purchase. So this is where I'm going to leave you guys. Thank you so much for following along and watching our absolutely crazy life. We love you guys so much. We'll see you guys in the next one.